There's no such thing as free money in sports betting, but the top 10 bets, according to data from the winningest sportsbooks around the world, are hopefully about as close as we can get. And yesterday, I think we proved that thesis, plus 10 units from the MLB bets, including Mickey Moniak hitting a home run yesterday. So feeling very good about the numbers. NBA also crushed me yesterday too, so probably data cooking right now. Let's see if it can cook once again here on Wednesday, April 17th. Top 10 bets at MLB, and let's start off, of course, with the man, the thumbnail, whose face you probably don't know. He doesn't even have a lot of great photos out there to use for a thumbnail, but it's Tanner Houck. Tanner Houck? Tanner Houck under 4.5 strikeouts. I said Houck, and I'm pretty sure it's Houck. 4.5 strikeouts, 53% probability here of this one going under, according to the winningest sportsbooks around the world. That's at plus 100 odds right now. And whenever you see a 50% probability plus 100 odds, it's like the sportsbook not charging you VIG. So that's always going to be closer to a plus if you bet. Of course, here on Probably, you actually can see the math for yourself. Probably score here of 6 flat. Of course, that Probably score, basic EV calculation, the win rate times the amount won minus the loss rate times the amount of loss. And that's what an EV betting process looks like. That's what a winning betting process looks like here. Of course, what we do for you automatically on Probably every day. Other bets. So we have some long shots here. I'm going to try. I didn't filter probability once again. Let's focus on some of the strikeout prop kind of things that worked well for us. Some interesting home run bets. Home run bets over 15%, a little more willing to play with than the ones at a 10% probability. We might have to filter down here. There's a lot of home run bets today. All right, here we go. We got Ryan Feltner under 2.5 earned runs, 49% probability of him going under 2.5 earned runs today. The best bet is at plus 114 odds, though. That gives you a 4.2 probability score for Ryan Feltner under 2.5 earned runs. And trying to find some ones closer to that. And honestly, I'll just show you guys probability filtering so I don't have to do it this way. Here we could go, let's say a 45% probability. So we're going to filter out some of these home run bets, filter some of the outlier run performances that sometimes can be a little bit tough to hit. We'll see if we can get some easier bets into the mix here. I got that Feltner one. Our database is combing through everything at once. All right, we got Ben Lively. I presume Blake's equally beautiful brother, Ben Lively, under 3.5 strikeouts. 49% probability of Ben Lively going under 3.5 strikeouts today. Best bet's at plus 120 odds. Gives you an 8.7 probability score for Ben Lively under 3.5 strikeouts. Both sides of the Sox game. Interesting. All right, trying to load more. Might be limited here in terms of the amount of bets over a 45% probability and a 4+ probability score. Let's see. I'm going to have to drop the probability score, I think. All right. Let's go all the way down to 2. Of course, all of our probability score bets over a 2 are 12 to 20% ROI on the underlying API. So that means every bet that we have here that's marked as a probability score above 2, it's going to be between that 12 to 20% ROI. Obviously, that would mean having to hit every bet on the API, so we don't advocate doing that. But here's a good one here. Jesus Sanchez under 1.5 player bases. 61% chance that he's going under 1.5 player bases today. Best bet's at minus 145 odds. Gives you a 2.6 probability score for Jesus Sanchez under 1.5 bases. Another version of the Tanner Houck bet. Keaton Winn under 6.5 player hits allowed. 59% probability of Keaton Winn allowing under 6.5 hits. Best bet's at minus 135 odds. It gives a 2.5 probability score for Keaton Winn under 6.5 hits. Similar bets everywhere. Oh, we got, all right, another Feltner bet. Ryan Feltner under 4.5 hits allowed. 45% probability of him going under 4.5 hits. Best bet's at plus 125 odds. Gives a 2.3 probability score for Ryan Feltner under 4.5 hits. So Feltner under a certain amount of runs, also a certain amount of hits. Could be a tough one. Alan Trejo with the gif of Danny Trejo here. Alan Trejo under 0.5 bases. All the stars here on baseball out tonight. 48% probability of Alan Trejo going under 0.5 bases. God, my brain is putty this morning. Plus 115 odds right now. 2.9 probability score for Alan Trejo under 0.5 bases. So you're just betting on him not to get on base, basically. It's going to be the bet for tonight. Nick Gordon under 1.5 bases, a 61% probability of Nick Gordon going under. Best bet's at minus 150 right now. Gives you a 2.3 probability score for Nick Gordon under 1.5 bases. Man, I wish we had a few more easier ones at plus money. I don't love these 60% probabilities. It is losing a lot of EV on those theoretically just because of the fact that you're playing a more likely outcome. But obviously, got to take what we can get in a day like this. All right. Well, we've seen all the low probability or the higher probability bets. Let's take a look at the lower probability ones. Let's go down to a 15% or more probability. And let me try to filter out some of the ones we've already seen. All right, here. I'll just go like that. All right, here we go. Here's our longer shot ones. Over 12 and a half. Do I want to do these or do I want to do just home run bets? We'll do this one. Over 12 and a half runs, 22% probability of Marlins and Giants going over 12 and a half runs. Best bets at plus 390 right now gives you a 5.9 probability score for Marlins, Giants for 12 and a half runs. Of course, the process you see me doing here, this is in real time. This is me doing it live to a recording. So basically what I'm trying to do is just show you how you're actually using the app, how you should be using probably for yourself over the course of a day. So you check out the highest probability, highest probability score bets. You then go down, check out some other ones, and just try to pick out, cherry pick some ones that you want to see. And of course, that's what the process looks like here every day on video. Hit that like button and subscribe as well to see our videos every morning here, Monday to Friday around that 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock period on the East Coast. All right, Tigers, Rangers over 10 and a half runs, a 24% probability. These guys go over 10 and a half today. Best bets at plus 330 odds right now gives you a 4.1 probability score for Tigers, Rangers over 10 and a half runs. I prefer some home run bets. This is a lot. All right. I guess we'll add this one too. Red Sox, Guardians over 10 and a half runs, 38% probability of them going over 10 and a half today. Best bets at plus 172 right now gives you a 3.1 probability score for Red Sox, Guardians over 10 and a half runs. Let me crank up the probability score again. Just want to see the home run bets we saw before, basically. Thought that Rowdy Tellez one looked interesting in particular. There's a Rendon one that looked pretty interesting. Now we're getting only these. Don't let a bet slip through your hand. That's what I would say. It's the takeaway. It must be because those bets were rounded up 15%. So let me go down a little bit more. Let's go 13. You can be this exacting, by the way, with your browsing on probably. That is one of the main things we would say. All right, here we go. Here's that Rowdy Tellez bet. Rowdy Tellez over 0.5 home runs, a 15% probability of him hitting a home run today. That's just a plus 675 right now. Gives you a 15.9 probability score. Very fat probability score. Very fat probability score for a very fat man. But a very fat probability score here for a lower probability bet, of course, because you're just going to win a lot of money if it does hit, but it's only hitting, 15% of the time, about, 1 in 7, 1 in 8. All right, Anthony Rendon. We'll take him too. Over 0.5 home runs. 15% probability that Rendon hits a home run today. Best bet's at plus 600 right now. Gives you a 4.4 probability score for Anthony Rendon over 0.5 home runs. I think that's it. Unless there's any other home run bets hiding here. It seems like we're getting repeats. So these are the home run bets that have the highest probability with some EV on them right now. We've hit 10 bets. Of course, there's more for you all day long probably. And really, the main thing I'd recommend for you guys, if you haven't used Probably before, getting that free trial on the App Store. I'll leave it in the pinned comments. But also, here, I'll just give you all probabilities. Just being able to see your bets on a specific sportsbook, DraftKings, the one that I was using for NBA bets pulling yesterday, it does matter. It does matter more than, honestly, we thought on a product level, where the odds are the main thing that matters for the math. Like getting this bet at plus 800 odds, obviously you don't want to do a negative 10 probability score, but getting the bet at plus 800 odds is the part that matters. But being able to transact stuff quickly on the sportsbook you're looking for, that's the part that matters more. And I'll put on the probability filtering just so you can see it. Do over a 3. So what it's doing right now is combing our database for everything that fits that criteria of a DraftKings bet over a 3 probability score. We have a couple here, of course, that Tanner Huck one that we hit earlier. Rowdy Tellez here, similar ones, they're slightly less profitable odds. But again, you're still seeing the plus EV bet here. So that's the main thing that allows you the customization that we're talking about with Probably, where we want you to be able to win bets your way. We want you to be able to look at the sports books you want. If you have money in your DraftKings and FanDuel, it's like DraftKings and FanDuel and get double the amount of bets. If you have only money in your BetMGM account, just select BetMGM and place your bets from there. That's what we're doing here as we innovate at Probably, trying to find new ways to make it as simple as possible to getting good bets from the phone, from your toilet, from the car, from a game. Don't bet in the car. It's probably not a great idea. Point being, though, we do it for you every day at Probably, so check it out for yourself. 7-day free trial at Probly in the pinned comments down below, or 50% off at probably.com/subscribe with that promo code FIRST at probably.com/subscribe. Go check that out. Hit that like button and subscribe button here. Of course, we need those subscribe counts to go up here because I do a terrible job promoting the YouTube. I'm too focused trying to make sure we get Probably working right on video, and of course, get you guys the best takes that we can, best bets that we can out there. But check it out for yourself. It'll change your life in betting. Of course, I'll be back tomorrow with more. So enjoy your days, guys. Good luck.